So in the previous class we had already discussed about synthetic fibers, its type, advantages and disadvantages. So now we will study about the plastic. So plastic is a thing that we almost use every day in our life in everything like toothbrush, buckets, mug, utensil, toys, computers, parts of automobiles, paints, etc. These are just a few examples of plastic. Again, the one which is almost used by everyone, that is polythenes, and it has become indispensable to us. So plastics are like fibers. These are also polymers made from petrochemicals. So plastics are also polymers mainly made from petrochemicals. Different monomers are used to make plastics of different types with different properties. Plastic are polymers made from petrochemicals. Different monomers are used to make plastics of different types. For example, polythene is used to make packing bags, toys, buckets, etc. PVC is used to make soles of shoes and drain pipes. Melamine is used to make utensils. Bakelite is used to make electrical switchboards. So plastics are very popular because of their large variety and useful properties. PVC, bakelite, melamine, these all are the examples of plastics. So these are used for various purposes. So they can be hard or soft, they can be rigid or flexible, opaque or transparent, colored or colorless. So they provide a cheaper and alternative to metals and glass. So the plastics, which are the polymers made from petrochemicals, there are different types of monomers are used for different variety of plastics. For example, we can take polythene, which is used to make packing bags, buckets and all. PVC is also an example of plastic used to make sole of shoes. Then melamine is also an example used to make utensil. Bakelite is another example used to make electrical switchboards. So because of their popularity, of their large variety and useful properties, the plastics are used widely. So this can be different properties, like this can be hard or soft, rigid or flexible, opaque or transparent. So they provide a cheaper alternative to metal and glass. So there are types of, based on the structure, there are types of plastics, that is two types. We can categorize or we can classify plastic into two groups, that is thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. So plastics are two types, thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. So there are two types of plastic, thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. So first of all we will discuss about thermoplastic. So we have seen the sealed packs of cereals or biscuits in a grocer's shop. When it is when a biscuit packet is coming, it is sealed. So how these plastics are sealed. So the polythene bags and lamination sheets are heated at the ends so that they melt and fuse with each other and get sealed, like in biscuits or packs of cereals when you are purchasing. So you are seeing that is sealed. That means that sealed is done. The plastic bags or lamination sheets, they are heated at the ends so that they can melt and fuse with each other so that they can get sealed. Similarly, if you pour hot water in an empty mineral water bottle, it will immediately get deformed because of the plastic softens on heating. You can try it. You can take a hot water and you can put the water in mineral water bottle. You will see that the immediately it gets deformed because the plastic softens on heating. So these all are the examples of thermoplastic. These all are the examples of thermoplastic. So you can say the properties of thermoplastic as the plastics which become soft on heating and can be remolded in another shape, that is called thermoplastic. So thermoplastic means the plastics which become soft on heating and can be remolded into another shape. They are called thermoplastic. Polythene, PVC, nylon, polyester, rubber, these are the examples of thermoplastic. So here you can say thermoplastic as So plastic which becomes soft on heating and can be remolded into another shape, those type of plastics are called thermoplastic. Example, polythene, PVC, nylon, polyester, rubber. These are the examples of thermoplastic. And here if you consider this a monomer, you can see it is a straight chain. It is a straight chain of monomer. Monomer units are joined in a straight chain. This is thermoplastic. This is thermoplastic where the monomer units are joined in a straight chain, and this type of structure makes the plastic flexible. Because of this structure, the plastic becomes flexible. So thermoplastics are used for various purposes. They are used to make insulation of electric cables, plastic bags, raincoat, bristles of toothbrush and other cleaning brushes. They are also used to make plastic containers, toy, chair, tables, etc. So next is our thermosetting plastic. Now we will see what is thermosetting plastic. So thermosetting plastics do not soften on heating. They are set into a definite shape and only once when they are produced. That means they cannot be remolded or they cannot be changed their shape. They have a definite shape only once when they are produced. After that their shape doesn't change. Plastics which once set do not soften on heating and cannot be remolded into shape again. These type of plastics are called thermosetting plastic or thermosets. These are called thermosetting plastics or thermosets. So common example of thermosets and melamine, the melamine bakelite, these are the common example of thermosetting plastics. So these plastics, they are making a network structure. They are making a network structure and can be look like this. So plastics which do not soften on heating and cannot be remolded or molded into another shape again, those type of plastics are called thermosetting plastics, and they form a network like structure. Examples you can take as melamine and bakelite. Melamine is used to make utensils which are easy to use and do not break easily. They come in various colors and designs, and bakelite is another thermosetting plastic which is used to make electrical switchboards, handle of cooking pots, telephone bodies, etc. So thermosetting plastics or thermoset polymers, they have a network structure of monomers like this. If you consider this a monomer, then this is the structure, network structure of monomer, which makes them hard, strong and rigid. Because of the network structure, thermosetting plastics are very hard, strong and rigid. So now we will see few properties of plastics, why plastics are very useful. So we will study about properties of plastic. So plastics are lighter than metals. Water bottle made up of plastic is lighter than made up of metal. That is why easy to carry. Then plastics do not dissolve in water, so that is why it is used to make buckets, glasses and other containers. They do not react easily, so they do not corrode on exposure to air and water. So that is why plastics are used to store chemicals and food materials. Plastics are bad conductors of heat and electricity. They act as a good insulators. So this is the reason they find lot of use in electrical appliances in making cable covers and handles. Then plastics are durable. They are strong and generally do not break, dent easily. So all these properties of plastics are very useful for us, but it doesn't mean that there is no disadvantages of plastic. So in the next class we will study about the disadvantages of plastic. Till then you study the properties of the plastic from your book and learn how plastics are very useful and why plastics are very useful. What are the useful properties of the plastic? In the next class we will discuss about the disadvantages of plastic.